Welcome back. Welcome back. Cash is the pick of Liquid. That is the map which is to come. I would favor Liquid for this. I think the StarCraft name is too much. Elige and Twist, I think, are going. I think they're just massive problems on Cash in the mid area. But Renegades continue to upset, to surprise, and I don't know what to expect of them on Cash.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Gratisfaction making plays on the T side and how their T side looks. That for me will be like the biggest sort of the thing I really want to see, because for me, Cash is all about that T side. I think that's a reason why a lot of teams, at least in Europe, we stopped seeing Cash, because teams felt, I think generally it's like very hard to play the CT side, and you have to take so many risks, and the economy is so fragile, and you really want AWPs, and it's just got a bit awkward. But in the US, in North America, people really like Cash still. I mean, it's always been a favorite, right? So,
yep.
And it's such a fun and explosive map. So that T side, that's what I'm focused on.
Yeah, T side, I think that, or at least on the CT side, as you mentioned, you have to take risks. So Renegades are going to have to push. They're going to have to take control of A main, maybe even push out B sometimes, use their AWP to flash push and whatnot. And I think, even with all that being said, I think Team Liquid still has the edge because, of Team Liquid, the better team, I think. But they probably have a chip on their shoulder because they knew they probably should have won that last match. And I'd like to see them utilize their timeouts more. Don't let them build up such momentum, even when they're almost about to win the game. So maybe more of a mental thing. Call a timeout if you need to. Settle down. New map, new you.
Quick reminder before we go live.
Take Grasma.
With the match.
Pump.
Finals, arlington.csgoli.com. That's where the finals are going to be. Arlington, Texas, in less than a month, just a few weeks away. And we had a drop of 250,000 points. One person won 250k in FACEIT points earlier on, so make sure your FACEIT account is connected to your YouTube account. You can do that on FACEIT, on the app or on the website. You can go to connections, make the connection, then you're connected because you made the connection. Ooh. Boom! Ever Tinker just won 50,000 points very quickly indeed. Oh, look, double. First it was up there.
Just showing off now.
Now it's down there.
Points.
I mean, okay, whatever. I pointed the wrong way both times somehow. Ever Tinker, congratulations, 50k, boom. I had 12,500 yesterday. So wait, it was there. Okay, it was there. First it was there, then it was there. Okay, now I'm in the room.
There you go. Wait.
I got there eventually. Mad trolling going on. Where's the match at?
Where is the game? Surely they've had enough.
There's 10 in the server.
They must have had enough of a break by now.
They're like, come on guys, hurry up. The match is going to start. And now what are we going to talk about?
So why does it take so long?
Why does it take so long? Is this a riddle?
No, for the players to play.
Got to get reconnected. Got to get a knife round.
Never took this long when I was.
I'm surprised they don't.
Never took this long.
I'm surprised they do knife rounds, because if it's home and away, why doesn't the away team just pick what side they want to start to?
That's a good point.
Just do away with them.
That's what they used to do. They changed it. People wanted to see knives. They want the extra skill into the game to pick sides.
There are strats for knife rounds.
You know what they should do to preserve the pistol round? You can have the pistol round could decide which side you start on, do away with the knife round, and then you just start with guns.
That's interesting.
I like pistol rounds.
No, exactly. So you appease everyone there. That's like that's the compromise. Because you have that you have that.
But why not just do the knife round then?
What's that?
Why not just do the knife round instead?
Well, because no one really cares about the knife, but people like pistols and there's skill to using pistols more so than with a knife. Why not just have
the pistol round as a pistol round?
One of the point is that it determines the side, so it has an outcome, but it's not as swaying as. I mean, to be honest, I feel like the $1,900 first loss bonus. I think that's actually a great fix so far.
Okay, so you're arguing against your own point then?
No, I'm just saying that's like one alternative solution.
But it's not a solution. It's the same thing. You're still having a round to decide the sides instead of just having your away team pick the side. This is not a solution. You're just changing the approach.
You can dream.
You can have multiple approaches.
Let Dan dream.
Yeah, but it's not a solution, is it?
This is a great boost. And look at the movement there. This is beautiful. So obviously he's moving with his teammate, left and right, just scanning to see if you can see the legs if they're pushing close to the wall, thinking that they're covered, or even if they're pushing later on. And you can actually, I think, do it with a teammate and get a different angle if you're standing on his head as well. So that's really nice to see. And this is cool as well because a lot of teams have been abusing running outdoor. So if you have 2 players on that side of the map and you play B retake instead, it's quite difficult to get into the A bomb site. Oh, the crouch peek. Oh no, it's all going wrong here for Team Liquid. Bomb is down. Reinforcements is on the way.
Yeah, need it quickly. Quad smoke. Sorry, cross smoke, not quad smoke. Another headshot. Put it down to a 2 versus 2. At least will be heard reloading. And that will give Azza a chance. But where is Naf? Doesn't have the range for JKS. Does have the range for Azza if he can find him. We've got a player on the catwalk, which may be a master stroke. Azza needs to peek no longer. Just wait for Naflies to go too far, then double peek.
Ooh,
by the forklift.
You can see his toesies.
There it is, JKS on the high ground. And the pistol run goes to Renegades.
You know, that's the second time you've used that word, master stroke. But yesterday you were Bob Ross and you didn't say it once.
Damn.
Yeah. There you go. Because every time I hear you say it, I think painting, master stroke.
A master stroke. Very good point. Very attentive.
It's about the little things.
Satisfaction echoing for the AWP in the next rounds.
Wow, at least just dodged that. He just fell off the boots to dodge that nade.
Oh. I probably didn't expect a headshot like that fashion. And just like that, Renegades takes a 1-person advantage. Jacob's like, hey, let's just push.
I feel like you kind of want at least to try to take a duel where the deagle's recoverable, like quite quickly in the rounds, so that you can recycle the deagle as much as possible, and have as many engagements with it as possible. Because I feel like there's nothing else going on in this round for Team Liquid. They're not getting onto a bomb site. They've got no utility.
You know, use it like an AWP, community op. You know?
Yeah.
White P250, bone white.
Well, they start on the right foot. JKS with 6,400.
A lot of money.
There will be an exchange, maybe wanting double ults, but Satisfaction will have 0 grenades, and you do need them at the start at the very least, so it seems JKS will drop him the AWP, so they've both got grenades, and Liaz will continue with the UMP. There is the smoke down, and Satisfaction will trust that nobody will go for a cheeky peek. Aggressive positions to start around the B bomb site for Renegades.
Yeah, Jake Kim trying to get information with that MP5. You know, he has a range where we want to be up close and personal, while giving his teammates a lot of info. Taco doing Taco things, literally played the same position role when he was with the SK Luminosity boys. Azure spots one. So now Renegades knows there's at least 2 people in A, or working towards A.
Nice main smoke from Azza on the box. Got to learn. And Liquid start to focus elsewhere. 1 minute mark, and Z has been smoked off, so Satisfaction has minimal information. Now the CTs must consider their positions as they are exposed to highway.
One quick thing to note is Taco's pressure on door pulls the highway player away from mid, so that's why you then go for the mid take afterwards. But it doesn't matter too much if you got Satisfaction just poking his head through connector around the side of that smoke, finding himself a quick flick shot. But still, we do have highway occupied now by Team Liquid, and with Taco still alive in the door position, there is a lot of danger here for Renegades as they start to get crunched upon by Team Liquid. Satisfaction, though, is having a great time with this AWP.
He was.
Not so much
now he's history. 14 seconds for Naflight to plant the bomb. 2 players on the site. Can't find a transfer. And as many Liquid players as there were, it was pretty good for Renegades for the longest time. It's a strong defense. I can't believe how different a team this is.
Yeah, it's really cool to see.
Playing very well together.
For me as well, with Azza and JKS in particular, both of those players have been heralded as these great talents from Oceania, and we have not ever really seen them rise to any heights. And you feel this because of just sticking to old systems and old lineups that weren't working. Staying in the team maybe because they get to play that Oceanic minor for the major, and so like it felt like they've been so delayed on reaching the top, which I feel like they're capable of reaching. So I hope that it's with this lineup that they can do it.
To add on top of that, Kassad rejoins him as coach. And so that actually helps a lot, you know, bringing a familiar person that used to work with him beforehand, kind of take off where they left off.
Drills. Okay, maybe not. Seems that Team Liquid have got drills of their own now. They get to pick up some juicy weapons. They've got a post-plant smoke and a Molotov, and a bomb goes down. So there is potential here. How will they utilize this Molotov? I tried trying to find the lineup. How can I get this? Well, that's one way to do it. Nuisance Molotov. There's a pop flash for Renegades bursting through now. That's the last grenade for them. Nitro will get a second kill, and that will be the round for Team Liquid. An assist from Liege with the 1D, shooting the gun towards his teammate. Trying to get him to pick it up before time, but no.
A little off on the retake in terms of timing of the pop flash.
Oh my
entering the bomb
god,
site.
Liege.
Yeah, 2 D shots, like
3
shots.
1Ds from a Liege. God damn.
Not many strats you can do to, you know, work around that. But again, Renegades, they should have attacked a little quicker when they tossed that pop flash into the site. They literally attacked when they were already unblinded, or when Nitro was already unblind. So it's a little quicker. Might have had different results.
And this is some of the aggression we're talking about from the CTs, trying to take control of A main. Nitro on the angle though, with an AWP of his own. Who will win the battle? It's Gratata with the quick peek of the AWP. Maybe because he was peeking.
That's true. Online peeking goes hand in hand.
I don't know who had like the geometric advantage there, but either way, it's working out very nicely here for Renegades. After losing a round just as they did, they've taken some good advantages. If they can close this down, it all can be forgiven. And once again, Gratisfaction is just doing magic with this AWP for Renegades so far.
Liege with the Zorro spray. Middle part at least. Plenty more work to do. One player in B. Distraction being run.
Do the scope, Liege.
Gratisfaction
Use the scope.
to take him out.
When you say the middle part of the Zorro thing, do you just mean a line?
The diagonal part.
Just a diagonal line?
The diagonal part. Because there's a flat part. I was going to say like a 7, but it's too complicated for the Zorro. Just the middle part of the Zorro.
There you go. It's not a Z. It's a 7.
Zorro, maybe one thing that Hollywood will probably never bring back.
Yeah. Maybe like a really dark, gritty version of it could work.
But it's a man with a little, you know, stick sword.
Yeah, but you'd have to obviously.
Technique.
How can you make that dark? It's a crappy weapon. You got a sword, I've got a hammer.
I can tell you how, James. Did you ever see that version of Romeo and Juliet, which was done with guns?
Yeah, that was
like
awesome.
modern?
I love that.
Yeah, just do something like that.
Yeah,
Just
well,
get the guns in there.
but it's his signature weapon.
Listen, it's
He's
not
Zorro's he does the Zorro with the weapon. Like, what else is
guns
going to
are
replace it with?
Those swords are very strong, actually, because you poke them. You know, you just hit him in the neck. Well, like, it
I
doesn't
think
matter
the
what
only
it
thing you
is.
could really do with it is pawn. I don't think you could go anywhere else.
Excuse me?
What was that?
I'm sure it already exists, James, so.
Probably does. Not going to look for it.
It's on the internet.
But
Rule 34, whatever it is.
there's pawn of it.
If you thought of it, there's one of it.
3 smokes down, 4 smokes down in the mid position, and Gratisfaction will still not shy away. Saw something, had a quick look, waiting for a flash from his teammate, and back to the well. They entrust many things in Gratisfaction, but he won't get a kill on this occasion. In the meantime, Jacob has capitalized on this distraction. He sees a Liege looking for a second player. That's the bomb. All kinds of pre-fire. Now fly spotted in the corner. There he goes. And maybe mid is now with the side of Renegades. Liaz on the lights. Not too happy to break it. Jacob's just playing out of his mind today. 4 players survive for Renegades. 6-1 on cash.
What a flank.
This is so awesome. From JKS and Jacob's perspective, this new lineup, they're all just playing the level that we know they can, which is amazing. So it's really cool. It's 6-1, lads. It's 6-1.
JChem is a huge part of Renegade's success. He's always a solid, consistent player, and right there you saw it. Some of the decisions he made. Renegades was down one person and still managed to flank them and get 2 kills easily.
Morgan.
Very nice. I always get afraid when I take that peek with the orb that someone will just run through the smoke. But maybe it's because I play too much online FACEIT.
That's right.
And so I just get punished for stuff like that so hard, you know. It's like
Usually I get 1 dig somehow. Scoped in. Oh. Wait a minute. I thought we disabled that.
So did I.
What is it doing back?
oh my god, it's so frustrating.
What's going on?
Why is the ball back?
Why is the ball back? James thought he was over this. No more ball.
Disable the bloody holiday mode.
But it's the holiday. Where's your holiday spirits?
I have none.
Just because it's ruining the competitive integrity. Well, doesn't really matter here. We've got a spray down. Liquid's not really expecting to do too much with this. Renegades 7-1. This is very encouraging. They may not even need to have a good T side at this rate. Team Liquid are really struggling to get the ball going.
You guys didn't say James's face, but I did. And I laughed. It's funny.
7-1 for Renegades. Oh god, this is so cool. You can't help but be happy for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Such a stark difference to the depression, disappointment, and just general sadness of
Do you know what it's like, James?
the team of old.
It's like Oceanic Mouse Sports.
What? Oceanic Mouse Sports?
Because before, Mouse Sports were the most depressing team to watch. And then when Nico left, then they started sort of making roster changes, kept Chris J and so on. Spitty left, you had Dennis still on the team, I believe, and got Rops in there. You know, things started to, they became, instead of the most annoying team to watch, the most exciting team to watch overnight almost.
Kind of funny though, on how bad everyone says they were. They're still considered like top 10 in the world. They're still pretty consistent, somehow sliding in tournaments.
See how Renegades can defend this A bomb site. Liaz with a flash off of the fan. There's plenty of time here for Liquid, but they've got to find themselves some frags. Liaz harassing the door, moving wide, getting taken out. Tack over 2K, taken behind the smoke. No highlight for him in this round. Now, how far does Gratisfaction go? Looking for an early frag, but surely he does not commit all the way to this. Doesn't know the status of things in the mid position. The man knows his angles. Now, with that smoke again, sometimes there can be a gap towards the barrels on the right-hand side from Gratisfaction's POV. But there's nothing doing, really. I think it's time to save the weapon. The money's okay for Renegades. They would definitely need Gratisfaction to stay alive to drop for Azza. And Liquid are heading towards only their second round win of the match so far. 2-7.
Can they string anything else together? I'm rooting for the success of Renegades. You know, as much of you know, a fan of Liquid and how they play Counter-Strike as I am.
That's massive.
Juicy. Juicy.
This 2-7. Liquid. Get their second round. With this aggression by Renegades in the middle. And look at that. JK's getting caught out, but JKM right there with his teammate to exchange a kill. Now looks like JKM's in a very tough spot. Ozer's going to try to save his own teammate. And just like that, even though he got mollied off, JKM gets a kill in the process. 3-on-3 situation. Both teams going to reset here. But in the meantime, Gratis. Gratis. Grat. I'm going to say Grat. I can't. Can I say it?
Just watching your struggle there.
Gratisfactions. Like every time it just doesn't appear. Anyways. You got information in B.
Gratata.
Gratata. Yes. Yes, he took advantage of all the craziness in mids and push B at the same time, knowing that there will be less focus there. And this boost from Azza could go badly, could go well. Gets a dink and gets taken out. Liaz now with a lot to do. He's got to provide support and presence for Gratisfaction to do work, and he will. He'll alleviate the load for Liaz, as now he doesn't have to worry about that position. The beautiful flash coming in from Gratisfaction. Now as Taco is in the 1 versus 2, the bomb is down on the ground. He's got to go for the plant. Less than 30 seconds. Tries to fake it out, to bait out these Renegades players. The snap comes in, it's good, but still, he has to plant the bomb, and he's got to somehow get out of position. And you can see that he's so worried that Gratisfaction will close the distance. When he plants the bomb, he knows he's probably dead. As Gratisfaction can come in, hold the angle with the AWP. There it is, forced to go for the plant. Gratisfaction in with a peek, misses the shot. Taco has a chance now. Go behind cover, goes for the face again. Had a chance for the cover, but decides to just stay out there, and he will be punished. Gratisfaction with the save. Beautiful round with him. The AWP kills, the flash for the teammates. Great Counter-Strike.
Very patient play from him. Not committing all the way. Every time Taco was fake planting, Taco almost having a good 1-on-2 as well, baiting out CTs. But huge round for Renegades, completely reset in terms of the money. Liquid, though, still able to buy, not losing many rounds when they won, or not losing many players when they won the round. And it's time for B.
Line up, line up. So the cool thing about this is that they use smoke and one Molotov, and it looks like oh dear. It looks like it could be just one player just playing the lurk smoke, playing the single Molotov. Maybe they're doing that every round, but instead it's the entire team. At least back at it again with the Krieg, finds himself 2 headshots with it. Beautiful.
Brutal timing for Jacob, and that's the round. That is the round over. Round number 3 for Renegades. Lost bonus still in the pits for Renegades. There is nothing more to be done. Sometimes you got to put your hands up and say, okay.
RC1 to lose.
Yeah. Brutal. Vicious.
Oh, we saw him holding that angle before. That's pretty good. We'll keep those T's at bay. If they can keep these 3 guns alive, the next round will be fine. Gratisfaction on 15, Jacob on 14. Big fraggers for their respective teams, and it's been really cool to see that. Jacob has been playing mid, so he's been sort of first contact around mid, where we've seen a lot of play from Liquid, as you would pretty much any T side on Cash, as well as seeing Gratisfaction basically roaming. He's been roaming with the AWP, playing all over the place.
Twist is 1 for 11. And I always, whenever it's Cash,
Ooh.
I always talk about Twist and Elige, and with Twist completely falling off for the time being, it shows it. You can see the panes. Smoke for the front of the site. Flash in case of aggression. The usual grenades. Gratisfaction. He's everywhere. He continues. Oh boy! He continues to surprise. We saw a 2K from Elige. How about that for a 2K?
Gratisfaction really turning up from yesterday. Different player right now.
He's doing work, isn't he?
It's funny, one of his friends messaged me on Twitter. I say his name wrong completely yesterday. That's thought for a second.
Oh, beautiful there from JKS. He will shut it down. The push through the vents. At least though with the Krieg can still do some damage, but it's looking unlikely that he can take the round. We'll have to see though. He continues to push, and he's pretty savage with his Krieg. He's been sticking to his guns with this one.
Oh, it is a better weapon, so why not? There's one more, but the HE will trade. It becomes an expensive round for Renegades. AWP will be rescued by JKS. The money is mixed for Team Liquid. Twist and Taco are short. So what is one to do? Force buy. That's the answer.
Long story short, told him, tell Gratisfaction, I want to see him hit more op shots. Saw some, some nice shots yesterday. I told him, hey, I want to see more out of him today. And look at this. On fire.
17-4-5.
Yep, he's absolutely dominating. Oh god, why would we say any of these things?
The caster curse.
We've gone and done it, haven't we? Well, maybe someone will pick that AWP up. I think we see Azza going for it. And yeah, he's going to grab the AWP. So Liquid still have to make this work. They will throw the cross smokes into middle. Crisscross smokes. And that can still threaten. It could be B, but Renegades should know better. They've got to push on Sunroom, so they know it's going to be a nice defense coming in from the likes of Azza and Liaz to get the frags. It's a 2 versus 3 retake for Renegades. That's not the worst in the world. Let's see if they can do it.
Jacob's in T-spawn pretty much. Very long rotation for him. Does he head towards Squeaky? He's got to cut the noise as well. And that just makes this take a very long time. They do both have kits. They both have Molotovs. Jacob can molly the forklift position where Nafly awaits. HE on the site. Molotov on the site. And I don't know. Ooh, is he encouraged? Jacob's still close. He's not out of the door just yet. Nitro will trade in the smoke, however. And I think that might be the round just there. No AWP to be saved, no money for Renegades, and maybe, just maybe, it's catch-up time for Team Liquid.
He's fine. He's fine. I just picked up the AWP though. Well, 4 to 9. Every time Team Liquid have won a round, they've lost the one to follow, so we'll have to see if they can string one together. Nice kills coming in from the Liquid side. The money for both teams is, well, it's all gone. So whoever wins this round is likely going to win the final round of the half as well. Just at least from a money perspective. So this becomes a very important round, and with not much to work with, Renegades are forced to go for very cheeky plays. Jacob's got a Krieg. He surely can't beat Elise. Elise has the position. Oh, he finds the headshot. That's magnificent.
That's such an insane shot by Jacob.
Elise is literally in the spot to deny that. That is his job, is to deny that, to counter boost play.
What you'd never expect is a re-aggression. And here it is. He'll be in position for a while. He can take his time, doesn't need to peek immediately. Twist has been training on this, but Jacob's been spotted elsewhere, and maybe that encourages him not to look for this anymore. Does he hear the sound? So just running in casually. Nafly with 180. How on earth has it come to this? A 4 versus 2 with a bunch of pistols for Renegades. Nafly does what he can. Taco now in the squeaky door position.
Oh man, this is like the worst. There is probably no worse position to be in a 1-on-3 than when they know you're at the door. With the door. Oh! That is nice. That is very nice.
Can he get to the bomb without being spotted though? No. Lost in the smoke. And Renegades, I mean, what a turnaround. No money for the last round for Team Liquid.
Everything's going wrong, isn't it?
Renegades, so strong.
Yeah, they're looking really good right now. Liquid they can't quite seem to find their footing against Renegades so far. And I'm really enjoying how well Jacob's playing, specifically. It's great to see Gratisfaction playing so well the AWP, but for me, after watching Jacob for so long, seeing him just look in his element like this is very satisfying to see.
Tease. Jacob though, I don't know if he knows the spray should be dragging down to the bottom left slightly more. And maybe he has been betrayed by the Krieg. Lack of familiarity.
Done it again.
Plant forward, checkers position. Last round, they got to go for it. Liaz can smoke off. He's on a high ground already. Take one of these angles away. That's exactly how you do it. Ooh, a quick peek and a quick punish. Gratisfaction. Does he look to his left? He does. No trade. 2 players left. No one on the site. Flying down. Liaz. Funky angles from him. It was close. It came down to 11 HP on Twist. He's only got 3 kills in this round, but that was an important one. Impact frags, baby.
Look at the last rounds. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds. Neither team winning a consecutive round in 7 rounds. That's actually crazy. What a struggle there for Liquid to put rounds on the boards. They really need this pistol.
Yeah, Team Liquid, they're trying to do a lot of defaults and whatnot, but Gratisfaction just kept offing them over and over, and then Jacob would flank when they're not expecting it. Just so many great moves that Renegades were doing the entire half. Nice shot from Nitro in the A main area. A spot gratification.
Do you really want to challenge back into that angle? It's very difficult. Oh, he's going for it though, and it's very favorable for the USP to sit in that angle. So it's looking good for Liquid here. I'm not a personally, I'm not a massive fan of like the 1v1s when you're blocks against USPs. I like the numbers, using the numbers game. And you can see Azza had a flash and a smoke, so they did plan perhaps to maybe get that. I'm not sure if it was supposed to go on Toxic to cover the cross with a pop flash towards MBK or what exactly they were going for, but it doesn't seem to matter at this point. And Mitra's on 3 kills.
He's pretty happy. As they're looking for any flankers, anybody who's gone aggressive, but Liquid, one of the more disciplined teams in the game. There's no need for them to do so. Maybe trying to get a bomb plant by pulling counter-terrorists towards the B bomb site. He's doing a good job. They haven't seen the bomb, but they have abandoned the A bomb site, partly due to Twist being in a squeaky door, surely. And JKS is still at the beginning of main. Looking for a flank now. Perhaps Twist made a sound. Well, that duel, I was going to say, would cause a quick rotation. And Team Liquid will spread out into a more traditional format. That's a favourable duel for Twist.
He needs to die.
Yeah, he does.
He really needs to die.
Oh no.
Oh, just run away.
They're not going to shoot him.
He's going to lose so much money if he doesn't die. Oh man. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, look at his money. It's so much worse. Now he's like missing out on $1,900. Oh god, that's brutal. I mean, it's great from Liquid to recognize that. You do see teams sometimes just not realize that. Oh,
okay, Taco.
It's nailing into the wall. The jump shot staking him in the face. Stake gun is out from Painkiller. It's probably actually a reference that people won't get these days, I suppose.
Nope.
But you get it, Devez. You're with me.
I'm with you.
The Painkiller stake gun.
The Painkiller.
When did the last Painkiller game come out? Do they still? Wait,
was
they
there only
released one
one?
a few years ago, didn't they?
Wait,
like a
was it more
one-player
than
game
one?
at least.
Was there a second one?
So they had loads of single-player campaigns, basically. They were releasing. Yeah, more
They're
or
just
less.
like with loads of demons and things, just like a satisfying,
More heavy
killing
metal.
like loads and
Well, I
loads and
played
loads
one.
of
I'm
people.
saying, is there a two though? Did you say there's multiple
No,
Painkillers?
it's just, yeah, it's just that they basically just made additional like DLC campaigns, more or less.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember the original. That was pretty fun. I liked the original game. It was fun.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Giant monsters. It's like, wow, they're so big.
Yeah, it was actually awesome. For those of you watching, the equivalent these days, I suppose, is Doom, really. I suppose it's the closest thing.
Yep.
Yeah, Painkiller's like a budget Doom, I guess, at this point. It's still fun to just run around and shoot other people.
It is, and the music is really good.
I haven't played the most recent one I bought, of course, Steam sales and all. Will there be a bomb plant? Maybe. Down to the USP. There we go.
Ooh.
I was in a game the other day of CS and someone was planting a bomb on B on cache. I think they were defusing the bomb. And they had a button to put their sensitivity super high, and it just was spinning around super fast to avoid getting headshot. And they defused the bomb. It was hilarious to watch. It was really, really funny.
So that's genius.
Not a bad idea. Just have some obscure button on your mouse, on your keyboard. Sorry.
I wouldn't have it on my mouse.
To toggle your your sensitivity.
Because I have a numpad for that situation.
I have spare keys for that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, on my 75% at least.
There's actually, in Quake Champions, there was like kind of an exploit like you could do with the DPI switcher. But I won't go into that now, because we do have the buy rounds. Renegades 10, Liquid on 7. Of course, Liquid having a good start into the second half, but this is where things could go better, or maybe they could go wrong. The mid take is attempted here now by Renegades. Naf is close, the resmoke comes in, Lee's quick to respond, so lots of investment into this mid position. Flashed is Naplight on the FAMAS, gets one, can he trade out? No. Liaz does take him down though, and Elise with some great support with the AUG. But they do have middle Renegades, despite going 3 versus 4, they have middle, that's something.
Something indeed. Liaz. Oh,
Similar ideas. Well, who does that favour then? They're both doing the same thing.
Double smoke.
Gratisfaction connector carrying the bomb, and Elijah's hunting. took one in the face, but he spotted 2 players on the death cam, including the bomb. Looks like the B bomb side is getting flanked, but will it finish that way? Twist hiding on the A side. There is some time to for error correction. Molotov is quite useful. They will force him out as well. Now that's an open A bomb site. Open for business, plant for main. Taco and Nitro to try and bring this one back. Going to Car and Zed. Looks like JKS is going to flank through the mid position, which will be very interesting. Gratisfaction with a few flashes. Now he needs to defend with his gun. JKS is still a long way away. And down goes Gratisfaction. He's got to speed up now. He wants to see where the second player is. They're getting close. The spray transfer is perfect.
Oh my goodness.
And so is the round for Renegades. The patience, the patience.
I can't believe he sprayed that range too.
Yeah, that's actually something that JKS was always really good at. It's just like the really mechanically, as well actually, the spray, like having perfect recoil control. I love that. Look at the confidence there. He's doing that every time, it feels like.
Yeah, it's, I'd be tapping at that point, but you know, JKS does his thing, and wow, what a flanking round by Renegades to really just steal that one from Liquid almost.
I can only shoot 5 bullets. That's when you start to have to really compensate. It's not interested anymore.
Like,
so I will never shoot more than 5 bullets. That's well, most of the time, unless they're really close. Really
right
close.
in my face.
Yeah. Or maybe I'm spamming a smoke or a wall.
We saw it into the player. Rough round for Team Liquid. Renegades 5 rounds away from victory. Strong control of the mid position. Now, with the Lurker going towards B, seems they may be going for a split towards the B bomb site, as they're suggesting otherwise. Taco trying to avoid some flashes. There are some really nice flashes you can drop through the vent itself. There we go, surprise! Nitro now has so many targets, will hit none of them. Jacob with 2 frags. Elige was close to a kill, but he won't get one. And that's the round over. Round number 12 for Renegades. Almost as close to winning as far as they are away from Team Liquid.
Yeah, this is really nice. They'll survive. Looks like they'll survive with everybody unless they go hunting. And they have taken control of the game here. And if we consider that Liquid were only able to muster 5 rounds, sorry, on their T side, this is the kind of start to a T side where you can like, because if we look at it, Team Liquid don't have any money. When they get their first AWP, they're already close to maybe losing the match. And so there's so much pressure on that AWP actually doing a correct job. And as we said before, you do kind of have to take some risks, trying to take some map control, trying to challenge from mid. You don't want to let the Ts just, you know, work map control for free. So there's a lot of horrible obstacles for Liquid to get momentum back.
Yeah. And right now they're going to have to save with only 1 rifle and an MP9. Liquid, again, they haven't been using their timeouts. Liquid, come on. You have a coach. You got Zeus. Call some timeouts. Change the pace. Ice the kicker.
Ice the kicker? What does that mean?
So in football, there's a term called ice the kicker. I don't know if it's a thing anymore, but like 5 years ago, over 5 years ago, before they would kick a field goal, they call it timeout, the other team. Because it like messes with their mind psychologically. Because you know, they get on the field, they're about to kick, timeout. They have to come back off the field and talk, you know, like, you know, icing the kicker a little bit.
Bosses.
Bursting through the smoke are Renegades. They've lost 3 players now. Took them too long to identify where the USP shots were coming from. Nafly with that M4A4. All of a sudden, this becomes winnable. Gratisfaction being flanked by an MP9. Down he goes with 2 bursts, and Azza has so much to do. Molotov, the CTs will rotate Liquid. Twist has a flash. Crikey, how has this happened on an anti-eco run? He mostly had USPs. And 3 players will survive. That was not the one.
So the narrative I'd set up about how this game was going to go, this is the only way that stops from to stop that from happening. And it completely, and not only that, but it like 180s. It's like the instant momentum. The only way now that Renegades can stop it is by taking all the money away and having a really successful round now. But maybe they will. Sometimes you have that when you're playing against an eco, you know, or something similar to that. You know, you make a rash move, and you know something goes wrong. but maybe the buy rounds have been looking quite solid for Renegades so far. So
some little mistakes like that last round, like peeking before the smoke popped by the tree area. So now I've got 2 kills from there. Like maybe you could do that in rounds where you have to be a little random. You don't have to be random on that round. You can just take it methodical, textbook, make Liquid make mistakes because they're low on money and guns.
Whoops. That's an easy one for Twist. Second attempt is good. Third one is good as well. Where are the remaining players? One towards Fork, one in Squeaky. This is collapsing for Renegades. The dream is collapsing. Where is Leo DiCaprio?
That's just what Twist does on the A-bomb side. He just does that. Just give an AWP and he'll just kill everyone. If he can see, everyone's gonna die.
It looked like he put 0 effort in that.
Yeah.
Those 3 kills, literally 0 effort. Like
Look,
really
rehearsed. So they're like just use, you know, on aimbots, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
What now? Talk about a twist of fate.
So I have a question actually for you, DeBez, as we had the pistols.
Right.
So speaking of which, you know, that looking like he's just shooting, you know, bots or like on a deathmatch server. One of the biggest, or the things I hear repeatedly from people is, you know, they'll say, you know, I'm owning everyone on a deathmatch, or you know, I'm so crisp against bots, but when I get into a match, it's like I'm 50% of that. So what is your answer to that?
You know what? I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I find myself asking that exact same question because I could go in a deathmatch, just one tap everybody, like, wow, this is so good. So my idea is that when you're in a deathmatch, you're not focused on your team, you just focus on yourself. And I think that there's a kill zone on the screen. For example, those people who are nutty aimers, who kind of like, yeah, usually the nutty aimers are like not really good team players because they're more focused on aiming. When you're worried about your team, you're looking on radar, you're talking to them, your focus kind of leaves, like, you know, like when you're on fire in the game, your aim's on point, you're kind of like zoned in, like to a certain degree on your crosshair, you know, like everything kind of blurs out in a way, like you're in the zone, you're focused, you're in that state of mind. But when you're thinking so much about team, when you're in the game like practicing, you're thinking about the strats, you're thinking about what my teammates are doing. If this is a new strat, I got to practice this flash, this angle. So a lot of different things are taking away from the mental energy from them focusing on the kill. You know what I mean? And it makes a big difference because that's why support players usually do worse because they put themselves in bad spots, but they're thinking so much more than getting the kill. They're thinking about everything else, and that takes away from the potential fragging power of a person.
I guess there's a lot of there's like a zero pressure as well, and
Yeah.
you're not you don't have a job. Like there's not something you're taking care of. It's just like you just run around and shoot people.
Exactly.
It's like no investment there. No one cares. Just run around. Free of
kind of run
mistakes.
around. You.
If you miss a shot, doesn't mean anything.
Also, a lot of times in deathmatch, people aren't looking at you, which is not the case in scrims or pugs, because you know you're not spawning behind people all the time. So there's a certain degree of, if I run here as fast as I can and the T's run here as fast as I can, there's going to be a a point where we clash. That doesn't happen in deathmatch. So you always shoot people in the side or back. And a lot of those kills kind of inflate your ego and score when you get so many in a row.
Yeah. Well, we're back into the action. Had a brief time out there from Renegades, and the double ops are out for Liquid as we see Renegades looking like they want to go for a very fast B split.
Tight angle for Nerf Light. He will miss the shot too tight. No one's stopping in the right place. His left side has been compromised, going for a fast shot, but he can't come fast enough. Taco doing what he can. He will delay the bomb. That's going to be collected. Jacob will do exactly that, but with the man advantage, his flank from Nitro will be very important. Boosting over the top. Can catch players standing behind default. Jacob, though, is crouching, maybe realizing what is possible. And Nitro is moving into an exit frag situation. Renegades likely to move to number 13 at this point. You can see Liquid backing away.
That's actually like what you said about Jacob's crouching there and so on. That's like one of those like very, very small like little bits of knowledge that if you don't play at a high level, you're just not going to ever expect a team to necessarily have the coordination on the fly to do that boost and to wreck you. So you probably wouldn't crouch. Most people probably wouldn't crouch unless you're a professional player, and that's the meta. It's very nice. Hello.
Well, who does those frags favour? Arguably Team Liquid, because they've got more money. Taco's got almost $11,000 just from 3 rounds, 1 in a row. So there may be shortcomings to the buy of Renegades. We'll have to see.
Oh, they're
I think
typing.
someone's probably trying to call a pause of some description.
Gratisfaction can drop an AK and still buy full nades. So wait, oh no, he has no. Oh, he just got a drop. Sorry. Right.
Someone has timed out.
But who?
Technical pause.
I got a question for you guys. Who do you guys think is going to be the next up-and-coming player
Guardian.
that we've seen in the ECS so far?
Who is that seen in ECS?
It's Infinite.
Think Infinite? Okay.
Infinite from Space Station has been noticeably good. And he is definitely one of the freshest players on the scene, if you will, in that respect. FNS.
The mastermind
Joining E United.
coming back. I was thinking
I mean, what if Relics is good enough to go
maybe.
as a stand-in for Cloud9 now?
I'm also including European as well, so you could throw in Europeans
know.
in there if you want. I think,
Gade.
in my opinion, one of the people I was most impressed with, I think he's probably going to be the next big player, is Snatchy.
Yeah,
Like
Snatchy's-
really, like one of the best. I'm saying best in the world kind of player. Like that guy is insano,
Yeah, that's true.
insano. Like he just knows where people are coming from, and just he just knows. And so if he has that good of a game sense, and he's probably going to be one of the best players in the world, in my opinion. That's how.
Yeah,
great he is.
he looked amazing. And the major is so funny because he was playing with the VP lineup that was just like, Piali didn't want to be, like, no one wanted to really be there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they wanted to be the major, but it's just such a dysfunctional team at that point and everyone's leaving. So, but he was just like, every game he was just getting like 20, 30 kills, even though they were getting absolutely crushed. He was just
He's
running out there and
so
killing
good.
everyone.
I mean,
It's amazing.
just like his, because you know, it's more just aim. It's like setting yourself up and
Yeah.
positioning, and he's always looking the right way. He's just in the zone, and so I was just really impressed by him lately. It's just he's so good. So if you want to learn like explosive opping, watch some Snatchy demos because he's pretty special.
It's a long day of Counter-Strike. We are 40, well, about an hour behind schedule, really.
Oh, okay.
Because
OT.
of the OTs, yeah, 3 overtimes today. Right then,
One
still
double.
don't see Liaz doing anything, so well, the timer is going down.
It's crazy too because the first, we had some really fast games in Europe. The first 2 matches, which was FaZe and North. FaZe just dominated them. It was really fast games. as well.
We had to wait half an hour for the next one. Such is life. Molotov on the roof.
Contact.
Many Renegade players towards the A site. Twist is there on his lonesome. He's got a gap in the smoke to play with. Elige maybe going up the ladder, opting for the HE Twist. Playing it safer. Molotov in the front of the site. No smoke. This is unusual, and it's not really working out because Twist is already in position. 3 kills from him again, looking for more. And he's trying to clean up, can't do it. Gratisfaction left, 1 versus 3. Funky play from Renegades, but the reaction was right for Team Liquid. Blind, 4 HP. Another molly to be deployed, 2 in fact. There it is again, not biting the mark. Only expect a 3rd one. Really can't take a duel here. And he will reset the situation at least. Wherever he ultimately chooses to go, there probably won't be 3 Liquid players waiting for him.
Nitro, look at that time. And as soon as he starts running, Nitro starts running back to B. Very smart by Nitro.
Ooh.
Very smart by Nitro. Just knew the time. He's like, oop, must be going B. Yeah, make it look too easy.
It's just, this is another sort of thing about like being in the right position as well.
Yeah.
And then it's just cleaning up, and it just looks so good. Twist could just do that 10 out of 10 times. He's made it so easy for himself. That's like a very big difference. Some players do not make their lives easy for themselves, and they'll lean on the fact that they're individually, like they have great skill, like mechanics. But as you said, you know, the game sense is not good enough. They don't know how to set themselves up correctly, and so everything's very, very hard for them, even though they're very, very good players in one respect.
It's like sports, you know, let it come to you. Don't try to do too much.
Nice burst from Naflight. These are fizzling players after all, using a numbers game. 2 players lost for Liquid.
Ooh, down to 3 HP.
What happened there?
Instantly dinged.
Smoke from Liquid, and Renegades will be heard falling back. Taco trying to pick another head. No Kevlar for these final players. They may do better than a bomb plant, it seems. Flashbang to go across. Seems to be some confusion there. Transfer from Nitro. And JKS is in the red. That scope could prove crucial for him. Avoiding the HE. Oh! There it is. Look at the HP. 3 HP for Twist, 42 for Nitro. 1 round between the 2 teams now.
Nitro saved Liquid right there. Getting those 2 kills crossing into the B-bomb site. That was a full save pretty much. Almost won. Now 13 to 12. Team Liquid trying to claw their way back here. Renegades trying to stay ahead of the game, maybe try to get 2-0. What can they do here? Double op against 0 op. Very little smokes on Renegades. Only 3. You gotta make it count.
Well, they'll have the tag of Nitrous. They know that someone's close. Another nade thrown from right white box. This is so you can kind of predict that it's a fairly strong setup. I don't think that it's quite scary to challenge into this with no support. I don't know if you want to do it, but perhaps it would just play the lurk. But he does have one. JKS has one of the smokes, so I'm not sure where his smoke is going to go. But they'll just get out the door for free. This is a beautiful push coming in. Perhaps Liquid were expecting to defend a mid-play. They'll still be able to get some frags in there because it's lack of smokes, but beautiful frag from JKS will take down Twist, at least giving them a chance. Liaz and JKS in the 2 versus 3, looking for the clutch as the bomb ticks away. Can they make this one work? It's going to be awkward.
Nitro moving through to the door. Everybody with kits. Another molly, but it's Nitro and behind Squeaky Door to throw that one. This bomb is really thick. Liaz has been spotted. There he goes. Now it's down to JKS. 1 versus 3. And there will be time for the defuse.
Be a little honest with that one. That was pretty terrible post-plant spots by Renegades. They gave them 0 chance to really do anything off each other. You have one near default and the other guy on the outside of default in the site as well. 2 just very awkward angles in a 2-on-3.
Now they look likely to lose the lead. 3,500, not really in a position to buy, especially this late in the game. So they'll have to be at the mercy of their captors. Molotov sailing through the air, landing where it's supposed to. Nice jump throw.
Ooh, but his was a little off because it's supposed to molly right on the boost. That's the point of doing that kind of lineup. But it's just a little off where it didn't get completely underneath the boost. Try to practice that one a lot too.
I feel like if Renegades had 14 rounds at this point, I would say this is going to overtime, but I feel like Liquid should be able to secure this one. We'll see Renegades taking mid, and you can look at how Alicia's not really wanting to challenge. Naf is anyone to really challenge and get info, and because it's a safer spot to do so from. So you just trying to keep tabs on the T's. You do not need, you can give them mid. It's not like they have rifles, it's not like they have utility. You can give them mid if they want it, try to take more favorable engagements. That's not ideal, but still it's still fine. You still have 2 players per bomb site. That's still fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's good, guys. Everything's fine. The whole room's on fire.
Taco pushing. Ooh, that could mean so much because the numbers of the game, they're going to swarm all over this site. One person runs past, takes the bullet, and that it doesn't even happen. They've got even enough people to just go and collect the weapon. It's a safe situation for Team Liquid. This was supposed to be them taking the lead. They have 0 frags in this round. 0 frags.
Oh my god. It's another spot where, you know, Taco's going for the push, and it's very easy to say from a hindsight perspective, oh, you know, he did the push, he died, it's such a bad move. It's not necessarily a bad move, it's just that he just got caught. Just like terrible timing.
Yeah, wrong time, wrong place for Taco. 4 and 5, maybe he felt like he needed to do something, but maybe questionable. I think Team Liquid knew they probably had pistols, and so is it necessary to push when the other team has pistols? Maybe just let them execute on you?
It might have been that, you know, they're thinking if Taco can get into Sunroom, we can rotate 3A and we can still be very confident this is fine.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
That might have been one of the pressures. It's hard to say. But now Renegades are actually 14-13, and I don't know about an overtime situation. Liquid's economies surely can't be looking all that good. Twist goes for a door push, and he finds no one. This is actually great if you're a CT side, because Twist can do all sorts of shenanigans. And look at Nas' position. Oh, he's going to go down on the side of the smoke. Redis faction ready for that. How much can Taco do? Almost gets a double, not quite though. And there's enough utility to shut down the choke points. This will be a hard retake. Liquid may have to give this up. I don't think their money's good enough to retake. Indeed, it's not. This is going to 15 for Renegades. Liquid once again find themselves behind and find themselves playing for overtime.
How bizarre. Renegades on the cusp of a 2-0 versus Team Liquid. Just as LDLC were versus Astralis earlier on. Only managed to go 1-1, but the potential was there. It's going to be rough for Liquid. Only second round loss bonus, 1900. They have practically nothing in the bank. $850 across 5 players isn't going to get you very far if you get in a round of Counter-Strike.
Buy one Kevlar, spread it out. Everyone.
We need to buy an MP9. Might try to drop an MP9. And I don't know what else. I don't know. Play close mid of an MP9, hope for the best. Let's go on the boost.
You should be able to pick up Kevlar, you know, off your teammates.
Tucker going for the MP5.
Be too much.
Over it.
Community Kevlar.
It's a fair buy. It's a reasonable buy. Tactical timeout from Renegade. What can we expect from Liquid? What will they probably do with the less than ideal equipment they have? In fairness, Liquid have a reasonable... They've got very good level of grenades, which is very important. If they had less, they may be more aggressive. We'll have to wait and see. Not for long, though.
I'm not sure. What can Liquid do? If I was to be calling strat, I'd say I'll take over Squeaky Door or something. Some little more random, maybe A main. I don't think I've seen Liquid take over A main as much this half as a CT. But Liquid's going to opt for 2-2-1, 2B, 2 middle. Twist all alone in A, and Renegades going to send 2 people Squeaky Door. Just gonna scout it out, make some noise, maybe pull people towards A. And Liquid, they will fall back to A after cleaning out middle, nothing's happening.
Oh dear, straight for the door, not gonna work out here. Twist just knocks him down every single time they try to do this play. Twist just murders everyone. He just murders all of them.
He's woken up.
I mean, we've seen it with the AWP, we've seen it with the M4. You just can't challenge him with contact plays. You need to get the nades in there. You got to shut him down, or you got to try to get a pick first. Find a better way to isolate him, make him look in 2 places at once. But if you're entering and there's still 5 CTs left alive, so utility, and you don't have any utility used to distract him yourself, it's just too easy for him.
Yeah.
I think you can kind of see it in the way that he gets to frags and how easy it looks. There's no flash for this position, no Molotovs, no smokes. You know, they want us to go contact. Perhaps I mean that's the gamble, I suppose. They're hoping that he's alone on the site and Liquid are in mid with 3, perhaps. Maybe that's the gamble.
Yeah,
They can still do a pop flash while they come out of Squeaky from main. Just the one you do from the entrance to main. You could just have it go up at the same time.
Just something.
Yeah.
But I think Liquid made a whole bunch of noise in the middle. A lot of utility, a lot of Maybe they thought that Liquid would stay in middle, but Liquid did actually a really good job of leaving middle and rotating back A at the time Renegades wanted to do this contact strat. So a little too slow. Maybe if they were to do it, obviously you want to do it before Liquid rotates to A. But again, like anyways, even if they do that, a pop flash would be very helpful.
You can do them from the door as well. But either way, see Renegades walking towards A once more, perhaps thinking about the timing once again to abuse the rotations, maybe get ahead of Liquid's rotation, meaning that if they're still playing 3 in mids, they can sort of beat them to A. And maybe this is adjustment's going to work. Twistle gets one in the smoke. That's going to drop the bomb. Bomb's on the ground now. No one's got it on their back. And once again, Renegades can't make the A pushes work at all so far.
Still got 2 in Squeaky. Well, they've made their way out now, but looks like we're going to another overtime. Crikey. 2 versus 4. Plenty of time on the clock. Position's not ideal though. No grenades. All about the fragging now. Gratisfaction 1 versus 4. Molotov on the site, but now they see where the bomb is. And he will fall to the flames, insisting on A. Continuously told no.
I would like to... I do wonder how many times they got shot down at A. It feels like 80% of the time, like an enormous amount of time they got shot down at A. They had a lot of success on B. They had a lot of success on mid when they were doing it late round. And they had success as well when I mean, that's the classic thing, isn't it? It was always that the default is you spread players on the extremities, you go for a minute, around the minute mark, you take that, you do the mid take when it's a bit weaker for the CTs, they've got less utility there. Then you build from that. Didn't see too much of that from Renegades as well. But perhaps they can remedy it in the overtime. We saw them do it once. Maybe they can do it again. For those of you just joining us, this situation happened on Inferno and Renegades actually won in the overtime.
He's holding a flash, but no one's making a play through the door for Team Liquid. Well then, have the best opportunities come and gone for Renegade? The question we have asked before as well. The bomb hasn't committed in either direction. More space being established towards the B-bomb site, presence rather. Gratisfaction going for a pot shot. What I like about Renegades is even with these slow rounds, they are not inclined to just go on a 5v5 push somewhere. They're still looking for the picks, especially with someone stylistically like Gratisfaction on the team. 3 players towards Squeaky. It seems it will be that burst again. And guess who's on A? Twist with the AWP. 2 players on Highway, however, so there will be angles towards the Squeaky door unless there's a smoke. But again, it's a contact play. Twist will get traded immediately this time. Liaz has he's got a post-plant smoke, but the bomb hasn't made it out of Squeaky. Again, 20 seconds now. It's collected, dropped once more. JKS is on the high ground, but they're losing so many players, down to a 2 versus 2. Now it's his turn to cross. No grenades for this, 13 seconds, and there's 2 people peeking him. And it's falling to pieces for Renegades. He's got to run across, he can't even go for duel, because the bomb has to go down. And another play towards A is left lacking.
One thing I think Liquid have been really good at is reading the pressure really well. So it's kind of like this equilibrium. Renegades put a certain pressure on a position, and there's an equal response from Team Liquid. And Team Liquid are so quick to figure out and be in the right spots, let's say, rotate back to A, when Renegades just let up on just enough pressure. And then that's when Liquid know, okay, they're probably moving their players into a different position to attack a site. Quick mid-take coming in, and it's not going so well here so far for Renegades. Down a player. 4 versus 3 in favor of Liquid, and they don't have middle after that. So that's a pretty bad result for Renegades. Unfortunately for them, they need another way into the round, and they're going to go towards B.
Looks like contact again, but you can only go so far with this. The angles towards B are too shallow. He's too close to the corner. They will see him first. 1 minute on the clock. Nitro elevating his position, still going for it, but again, it's really rough to try and get that kill first when the peeking corner is so close to you. JKS in the vents. The only man who had location is unknown for Team Liquid. 40 seconds remain. 3 Liquid players still alive. Trying to figure out where they might be, Renegades, but again, killing their own time now, and it begins. Quickly, the grenades come in. Nitro, though, still has his angle. They've got no flashes to take him off. He's moving around, trying to buy time for his team. Liaz closing the distance. JKS picked off, goes for shotgun mode. The swipe, nothing doing. Liaz spotted. Going for a fake, 50 seconds. Got to get that bomb down. Molotov will force him away. Another fake. And they both push in. And Taps, he's running out of bullets. He's going for the reload with 4 seconds left on the high ground. Oh my god! That takes the nerves, the guts to do that. I can't believe he succeeded.
Oh my goodness.
How did he get a reload? Just casually. Yes, excuse me, I just going to reload. Are you right with you, sir?
He had 4 bullets. Because I was thinking, like, look how he's tapping. What is going on? Why isn't he spraying? 4 bullets, reload. Wow. Oh my god.
Wow, that's a round 1 by a clutch. I don't think Renegades. They had so many disadvantages there. We'll see a very fast play into mid again. And this time Jacob's going to be able to do the gauntlet run, and it's not going to be too much to stop him. Headshot straight onto Twist by the toxic barrels. Big frag, Jacob's feeling it, and that's a problem now for Liquid.
Definitely go A now. Definitely go A. Player contact A. Twist is gone. He's been fragged. Everything's fine.
And this is the problem for a CT side. When you go down a player early, you feel like you have to make an info play towards B or A main, and the T's can just wait you out and then take you down, and then now you're in a 3v5. Now what do? You just save, or do you go for even more risk? Well, they can retake middle at least. That's positive. But how do they get into B? So still, unless Leech can do something crazy here, it's not looking too great. And no trades coming out there as they try to force the issue through the vent position. And Nitro will take a kill, but still 3 players to go. They know exactly where he is. 2 kills, picks up the York. No time to fire the bullets though as Jacob finishes him off for a 17-16. I did not expect Renegades to get 2 rounds out of this half, but they managed to do so off the back of that clutch.
Yeah, they literally stole that last round from Team Liquid, as you see. And if you want to know how much impact Twist was in the A bomb site, remember first half he was 3-13.
Yeah,
3-13. Now he's 22-22. That's how much times he's been shutting down Renegades in that A bomb site.
Yeah, you can't touch that site if he's on it. He's definitely one to study if you play the A bomb site. Study Twists. Obviously, his godlike aim does help, but anyways, he makes smart choices there as well. And like this is good. I mean, if you have an AWP that's good enough to do it, you should throw this in the mix. There's a lot of AWPers that can do it, but there's a level of consistency to a risk like that, which you need. So, you want to have someone that can be pretty consistent.
Oh, Nitro.
Footsteps.
Footsteps, nades, everything. Odds are giving away his spot. Nitro's going to spam through the smoke. Making Team Liquid up 1 person, 5-4. But Team Liquid, they're ramped up to take this A bomb site. They're going all in here after the crisscross smokes. Pulling Renegade still in the middle. Liaz gets 2 kills right out of squeaky door. Nice teamwork from Renegade, slowing down with Molotovs. Nafly getting the kill. 2-on-2. Ooh.
Oh my god, he's got 4 kills now. We can hear Nafly rotating as well. 42 seconds. What is the play, Nafly? He is going for the longest rotation possible. You're never going to expect this. Expecting him from main, maybe, but from highway? Surely not. And you can see Liaz is completely exposed. He just moved at the right time. And I think it was just by sheer accident. 24 seconds now, and this is a long journey. No one by the car. He's got to get his knife out and just walk. His turn to clutch now. Feeling the pressure. Still haven't heard him just yet. Gratisfaction taken down. Molotov towards quad. Liaz, can he find himself an ace? Walking out of the Molotov. Oh my god, he's got 33 HP. Moving around the side now. 4 seconds, just needs to survive. Runs away in main. Does he go back for the kill though?
Wow.
Wow, Liaz.
How does he not get spotted? That's incredible to not panic. Because I feel like there's so many spots there where you're like, oh my god, he's gonna see me. I'm gonna have to take the fight, and you'll make a sound. He's just walking, doesn't get spotted. And the play from Naf is genius. He's going for elimination. Like he's going for the extreme surprise, get elimination, amazing. That's better than the ace from Liaz.
Match point for Renegades.
Take over here, dog.
Waiting for the flames to go. Hard to see through them, and up he goes. Hello?
Ooh. Oh.
Not quite hitting the mark. Unfortunate. One could argue that the frag was deserved. Don't always get more, well, what you deserve. Sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less. Renegades with 2 opportunities to close out a 2-0 over Liquid. The 4th overtime we've seen today. Liquid in control of the mid position. Liaz was curious, but the smoke has failed, in fact, but the Molotov will do the job, for the time being at least. Gratisfaction, however, continues to be a problem for Liquid.
He's got the bomb. He's got the bomb in main as well. That's a massive issue, because he's going behind it. He knows that this is a big issue for Team Liquid. Gets another frag forwards, and he's lost the A-bomb site, but he's claimed space towards boost. So that's a good way to deal with it. But there is a creep coming from Taco there on the side, so it's likely to catch him off guard. And there it is. Can't look in 2 places at once, and there's no reinforcements here from the CT side. This is a very strange round. Jaken with a key frag onto Twists. Naf on half health as well, and the smoke going down. Ooh, more damage being done as they make the cross. And the flank is in as well. This is looking really good for Renegades right now. JKS in prime position to help them steal this one away. He gets the spot. Now down to Naf with the AK-47. Very difficult situation. Trying to get around the corner maybe. Gets the headshot. Oh, he's so close to that one. Good effort, but it is for JChem and Renegades. They've done it.
Wow, wow, wow.
Never seen Renegades like this.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I've never seen a Renegades like this. Winning clutches. Winning clutches. You know, winning games. Winning clutches in games in ECS against the best in the region.
One thing I also like about Renegades in their place, like the T side, it's not predictable as much as it was before.
Yes.
A lot of times they had a bad habit of, you know, setting up, let's just do smoke, execute, flash, and let's see what, you know, best happen. Now it's a little different. They're working angles, they're faking, they're taking over choke points, lurking on other sides of the map, trying to sneak in. Just a lot of variation to their play, and it just shows like their T sides are looking great, and their teamwork is off great.
Amazing stuff. Renegades continue to impress game after game after game, taking both maps away from the strongest team in North America. God, they're going to be shooting up the ranks when they get to the lands. Renegades, they can continue these performances. Really great stuff from them, honestly.
Oh, this clutch.
Yeah, what a ridiculous play from new man Liaz.
This one as well. This round was nuts from Liaz. Calmly gets 4 kills. Doesn't get the ace, but he wins the round by playing really smart to survive. So amazing, amazing. We saw everyone, I felt like everybody did a great job on Renegades. Like everyone had very different roles and impacts, but it was all culminated in a defeat in overtime. Again, another overtime victory against Team Liquid.
Nitro with 33 frags. Gratisfaction though with 35 to take the lead in that respect. The Liege doing the most damage, but unfortunately Liquid will come up short. Now, Space Station are coming up with a new roster. We'll have to see about that after the break. Versus the likes of NRG Inferno and Mirage will be the 2 maps for those 2 teams. We will be back very shortly indeed for the last 2 matches of the day. See you soon.